Thanks for staying with us for TV5 News at 9. It's time now for Legally Speaking with attorney Carol Thomas. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We always learn so much from our conversations. Today we are talking about elder law, estate planning, and trusts. And it's so important and really sometimes can be overwhelming for people.
It can be. And I really wish that people didn't look at it like it's such a daunting task. Everyone needs to get it done, and people wait too long. Christine, I can't believe it. I had some children in the other day. Children, they're in their 50s. But mom and dad were both 85 years old. Their mental status has slipped. And they said, well, they never did documents. And I just don't know why parents would do that to their children, make it so difficult.
Yeah, because when you get to that point, it is so complicated. There's a lot of parties involved.
Much harder.
We should talk. What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see besides not planning?
Well, that is the biggest one.
Okay.
And I think people think they know what to do, but they don't have the right information. I had a husband in a couple weeks ago. His wife had a sudden medical crisis. She's now in long-term care. They don't have any documents. She can't sign anything. He said to me, well, Carol, I came to one of your seminars, and so we knew what we needed to do, but we decided we will never go to a nursing home. So he didn't do any documents. And I sit there thinking it's so sad, because I do these seminars to teach people what they need to do, and then someone decides not to do it. And what's interesting, of course, I talk a lot about nursing homes and saving money. And that's right, we're not all going to go to a nursing home, but we're all going to die someday. So people need to get documents prepared to make it easier for their loved ones.
It can be so complicated if you don't have everything in place. It really can. Are there other issues with waiting too long?
Absolutely. Or again, not doing the right documents. So I had, again, a husband that came in. His wife also needed nursing home care. This was about 2 weeks ago. And I talk so much on this show about the importance of getting a trust, especially for married couples. Married couples, if they own a home or they're paying on a home, they need to get a trust. And for many married couples, if their home is in a trust and a spouse goes in a nursing home, Christine, we can get them eligible for Medicaid that same day.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing, but the home has to be in a trust. So this husband is sitting there, and I said, oh, I wish you'd had a trust. Oh, he said, Carol, my financial planner said you don't need a trust. Trusts are only for really wealthy people. That's not true information, and it's so hard how I hear every day that my financial planner said I don't need a trust. And we don't advise people on how to invest their money, and there are great financial planners out there, but I think a lot of them overstep the bounds by saying, oh, well, you just need a ladybird deed, you don't need a trust, and it has cost this family dearly.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit more, because it is, a lot of people are not only intimidated, but they think, I don't make a lot of money. I don't have millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. Right. You still have to have this stuff in place.
Absolutely. And again, for a married couple, their home in a trust is the key to getting everything protected. So this gentleman I was telling you about, their home wasn't in a trust. We will be able, because we have a wonderful judge where he is from, and so the judge is going to have to help us. So now we're going to probate court. He's going to have to pay 3 to 4 months of nursing home while we get this done. You're talking $50,000 he has to pay. Had he set up a trust, wouldn't have to do this at all. It is so simple. And you know, Christine, people are so worried about trusts because they think they have to put all their money in the trust. We don't advise our clients to put any money in the trust. We only put real estate in the trust. So when I work with people, they always say, this is so easy. We had no idea how simple it can be.
Oh, wow. Are there any other mistakes that you want to talk about? And also, we could also include medical decisions.
Healthcare is another one, and I really would like to talk about that because that's near and dear to my heart. I think people want to over-direct their loved ones. This is what I want for end-of-life decisions. My husband was a critical care physician, actually for 30 years, which meant he worked in the ICU at Saginaw General. So for 30 years, he had to deal with death and dying of the patient and dealt with the families. About 10 years ago, I said to my husband, I don't have a medical background. What do you want done if you're ever, end-of-life decisions, thinking I needed some direction? Do you know what he said to me? I'm not going to tell you anything. I was stunned. But he said, too many families are torn apart. I promise this, I promise that. He said, Carol, I trust that you will do what is best at the time. I'm not going to tie your hands. And Christine, he passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. that advice was wonderful because I made the decisions that I thought were best, and I didn't have to deal with, well, I promised this, I promised that. I did what he wanted, was I consulted with the physicians and made the best decision I could with his circumstances.
Does something still need to be in writing there? Do you have to have something set up?
Yes, you do. Love that you asked that. Everyone needs a medical power of attorney, and in the medical power of attorney in Michigan, you name who is the person that I'd like to make the decision for me. But again, name that person and don't tie their hands. Say, I trust you to do what is best at the time.
Now, I know you offer seminars, which is wonderful. What else do you recommend people do, maybe get together and get organized in their home to bring to your office or someone else similar?
I think it's really important to start the discussion with your loved ones, especially about medical. Who is willing to make the decision for me? I mean, we can put it on a lighter side. Who's willing to pull my plug, or who will plug me in, which obviously that doesn't pertain, but it's just getting the dialogue started. I also think it's important, if you have children, talk about who wants to manage things when you pass away. If you're not able to handle your finances, who do you want to make your financial decisions? So you do need to talk to the family, and a lot of people that don't have children, who do you want to make your decision? Do you want it to be a sister? I have people say, I haven't talked to my sister in 20 years. So they need to name someone, or the law may say your sister is the one that gets to make decisions for you. So I think people need to take charge and make the decisions and discuss with their loved ones.
Well, and we can reiterate too that anyone, any of us who have ever dealt with having to go through probate or go through the court system, there is a lot. It's draining on families, it's exhausting, it's expensive, time-consuming.
All of that is so emotional draining. I'm glad that you said that, because when people come to me and the documents are prepared, it's still difficult, but at least we have a starting point. I say, all right, now this is what we need to do, whether it's an incapacity issue or someone has passed away. But when people come to me and their loved ones have no documents at all, it's overwhelming. And as you said, it's emotionally draining, much more expensive, because often we have to go to court. Yes, I'm a lawyer, but I don't want to go to court.
No.
I'd rather just take care of it right in our office.
And make it as simple as possible.
Absolutely.
And it's such a relief off your shoulders when you do this, when you get this in place.
People say that whenever they leave me after they've prepared documents, they say, oh, this is such a good feeling, and I know I don't have to worry.
Oh, I love that. Well, if you at home want more information, we invite you to go to Hot Links at WNEM.com, and there you can get all that information to get in touch with Carol. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.